Hi everyone, welcome to the part 3 of this gingerbread house video. Today what I'm going to do is work through each house and finish all the elements that aren't white. So we'll just start with this one really. We're using Polychromos. I've actually still got them all out on the desk, as you can see, even though it is the day after I recorded the last video. Excuse me, I'm just going to move them out of the way. And I'm going to do, this house here includes this bit down here, and for these bits here I think I'm just going to use this walnut brown just to fill them in and make them look like they're little chocolate sticks, it could be piped chocolate, of course. I'm thinking matchmakers, for those of you who might excuse me, I'm sorry, have Christmas memories of matchmakers. I am feeling a lot better today, by the way, and testing negative. Woohoo! And I even went for a little walk. I didn't want to go in any shops or do anything like that, but I had a couple of letters to post, so I went up the hill to the post box. We also had a letter for somebody else who lives in the road the post box is in, so sorry, I posted that as well. I'm sorry about the coughing, it's really annoying. Have this snowflake or star. Actually, I haven't finished the window on this one. See where we've got these bits going across the corners? I thought I might just grab the orange, the dark cadmium orange, and just fill those in. So I'm going to sort of fill in this bit and this bit. Sorry, my cough's actually been a lot better until I press record on the video, you know. There we go. But the good news is, because I've tested negative today, as long as I test negative tomorrow, I can go to my sister's house for our Christmas celebration. So I'm really pleased about that. I was going to be really sad if I had to miss it, but yeah, can't risk giving other people nasty things, so I'm going to use this in this one as well, just before Christmas. It's not nice, so yeah, but all is good. Sorry, so I'm feeling much perkier, even though I might not sound it. There we go. It's just pinning those in. I think I'm going to leave the others as they are, but could maybe go over them with another layer of that the window colour. I can't remember what colour I used. I've got it here on the desk. I've got it written down. Is it dark chrome yellow? Yeah. Right. Hopefully that sorted me out. I still haven't decided what I'm doing for that. I think I'm just gonna it looks like a snowflake and I want to sort of think about doing it blue, but blue sweets are definitely a no-no in my head. Maybe we'll just do it mauve. Yeah, I don't like blue sweets. I think I may have had blue, was soft mints blue? Not soft mints, chewy mints. No, I don't know what they were called when I was small. I'm sure there used to be some. So we've got these and this now. I think I'm just going to do these a bit randomly. So I'm going to grab the permanent carmine to start with. Could come in a bit closer, couldn't I? Just a little bit, there we go. And we'll do the centre in this colour. I don't know what this is supposed to be. Now I've just started colouring it, I'm wondering if it's supposed to be like a licorice or something. But we don't have those colours, so we have to do it this way. This is the Pink Madder Lake. These are Polychromos, by the way. I didn't say at the beginning. I sort of assume that if you jump into a tutorial series or a colouring series part of the way through, that you might have seen the others, but of course you might not have done, so I'm sorry about that. It's a frog now, my throat, lovely. There we go, and then a manganese violet for the outside. I think that sort of make them match. If I was designing a sweetie candy, that's what I'd do. I was just writing a list of all the Christmas presents I've got left to buy. I had a bit of a panic on last night because I've been unwell for a week, so I haven't really been in the mood for thinking about it. Days have just been passing me by. Now I've been recovering, which is fine, permanent green. But I suddenly was like, oh my god, it's last posting days next week. Second class, the last posting date I think is Monday. So it's like, what on earth are we going to do? You know, because we've got people, those are the presents that I haven't got yet. So I was having a flat. Husband was like, what are you worried about? Light chrome yellow. And I was like, well. So anyway, what I did was I went online to a local shop who deliver and gift wrap, and got organised a few things with them, so that was good. Now I think that this bit I think should be white icing. Now this doesn't look very white at the moment, I've coloured over the edges, but I shall be going over that in pen. So I'm going to move along. I think this house is almost done. Oh, I've completely forgotten the door, and we've got 3 doors along here. Now I quite often just do the doors in brown, because I'm thinking, would they be a piece of the gingerbread house or a bit of chocolate, one or the other. I think I'm just going to grab this colour. Oh, that's the window colour. The raw umber, and do the doors that colour. I'm just going to give it a sharpen. So yes, I sorted out a few gifts. I've just been through my list because I was thinking I actually haven't got enough for the children yet, but I'm afraid they're the last of my priorities, and that is not, sounds a bit rude, but I can do theirs at the very last minute if I need to, you know, whereas ones that I've got to get off to the post or seeing people in the bar, I need to get organised. So yeah, so I wrote myself a list. I'm going shopping on Monday, I've decided. Tomorrow out. It's Saturday today. How confusing is that? It's Wednesday, isn't it? When this goes out. But it will be 2 days before on the Monday, because I'm doing this a bit in advance. So yeah, I'll be going out and doing that. And I've made myself a little list. Got to go to the chemist as well, pick some stuff up. Yeah, I've got a couple of ideas for my boys. I can't tell you on video, not that they'll be watching, but yeah, just in case and all that. But I need to find a few other things. It's quite difficult. Our town is quite small, but I do like supporting the local town, so I don't want to go anywhere else. So I'll see. This one. I'm not doing anything special, just making it look like a biscuit. I'm going to leave these bits, and we can make it look like they're piped on. You could do that, couldn't you? And the door handles must be little sweeties, I think. Little candies of some sort. I don't know what candies you put on a... I think I've seen jellies put on, like little hard jellies stuck on, or is it just icing? I don't know. I guess you do whatever you want. So, yeah, I'm getting quite excited again now, after sort of panic. But I've just, my son was working on his essay this morning. He wrote 200 words this morning, whole morning, 200 words, and he's got 800 left. And it's due in on the 3rd or 5th of Jan, I'm not sure which. He's got another one to write that hasn't even started. He doesn't seem at all stressed. It's just me then, is it? And for the second one, he's got to do some programming as well for it. It's not just writing. It feels like he's got no time. I never know what this is. Any idea? I'm just going to fit it in and do the sort of icing around the outside. I'm trying to think what it would be. If it was a church, it might be a little notice board, I suppose. Don't know. Right, that's that, I think. Now, let's go back to this one and do the door handles. I'm going to use this light phthalo green. I haven't used this one yet today. Oh, I went out the lines and I made it look funny. Never mind. You didn't see, did you? Now, this roof is always a bit of a... I'm not quite sure. I've done it in different ways before. I just realised that that roof goes all the way along there and there's a bit of a building in there. So I'm going to grab my brown ochre and just colour in here. while I talk about roofs. I'm never quite sure whether to do it like a slab of chocolate or whether the roofs would just be made of gingerbread. I think they would just be made of gingerbread, so I think I just need to colour it in with this. And then we've got this sort of ornate piping on it, which is pretty. I think Johanna would be good at piping. She's good at drawing, must be good at piping, do you think? My uncle was a cake decorator, and he used to do amazing piping, names and things, as well as like flowers and all sorts. And he had the most amazing handwriting as well, so I'm sort of assuming it's a similar thing, but I couldn't say for sure. But yeah, he wrote in the front of my Bible, which was from him and his wife and another uncle and his wife. They together bought me a Bible when I was christened, and he wrote inside it who it was from. Still have it, of course. All these years later, the gold's wearing off the edge of the pages, and the box is all battered because it had a little slip case. But I find it useful to look things up and things like that. You know, I don't like regularly read it, but it's nice to have, obviously. And then what is quite funny is it's got my christening date in it, which was the 23rd of December 1973, and that's my wedding anniversary is the 23rd of December. So I got married on the same day as I got christened. Not the same year though. Funnily enough. I suppose some people get christened old, don't they? But no, I was young. I was in my first year. But I've got photos of me in my christening gown, and my sister, because being a twin, both christened at the same time. And sitting on the sofa, well, sort of lying, you know, propped on the sofa, and my mum's black leather sofa, mum and dad's, and in front of us was a table with a christening cake on it, which my uncle, that I was just speaking of, had made, and I think we were both crying. Get me out of this horrible gown. Anyway, my mum actually made our christening gowns out of her wedding dress. So she was quite the she wasn't as brilliant a seamstress as the lady who used to live next door to us. This is brown ochre, and I'm the same again. I'm going to do the background of this. She was a tailoress, but my mum was very handy with the sewing machine. She made me quite a lot of different clothes when I was young. But back then it was cheaper to make clothes yourself than to buy them. Whereas now it's quite the opposite. It's much more expensive to make your own. It's quite interesting, I think. And I think it's because we didn't have imported clothes so much as we do now. We didn't import, you know, the cost of labour was, well, was the right. You paid for the proper price for things, you know. There wasn't cheap foreign labour and things like that. You just that made things expensive. Now to me these look like leaves, so I'm actually going to do them in green. For me it just feels right. Like candied leaves. I don't know if this is permanent green. I don't know if you ever had them. I used to have them. We used to have them on cakes. When you would decorate the top of a cake, you could buy sort of candies in the shape of leaves. They were made of something in the can't think. Anyway, like a little jelly leaf, and you would use them and petals and things and decorate cakes with them. We used to do a lot of baking. I don't bake now. Right, where are we? Now we have these. Now to me these always look like little marshmallows, and I feel tempted to do them in pastel colours. However, just tidying up, I think because we've got all brights, I think we need to continue with the bright theme, so I'm going to do them symmetrically, and I'm just going to do them in a really bright colour. See, I think these are dolly mixtures or licorices, licorice all sorts. I'm naming things that some of you are going, what on earth are they? Now, dolly mixtures were like children's licorice all sorts. I don't know if anyone from the UK would agree with me. So licorice all sorts were sweets which had a bit of sugary bit and then also some licorice in them. But licorice is obviously vile, and and so kids don't like it. Dark cadmium orange. So there would be these things called dolly mixtures which were really similar in look, but they just didn't have the licorice, and so they would just be the sweet candy bit, which was a sort of slightly soft, it's hard to describe, permanent carmine. It was more of a powdery type candy, but it was sort of chewy at the same time. It's really hard to describe. I can't think of anything like it. I can put the light phthalo green with this because it doesn't go with anything. Yeah, I can't really describe it. I'm going to use the Pink Madder Lake for a bit of this one. Let's get it symmetrical. Had to think then. And the manganese violet. So, no, I can't think of any other type of candy. I don't eat sweets now, so I don't really know. This is mauve. Yeah, chocolate is the thing I eat. Right, we have got a robin. Let's not get distracted with chocolate. So the permanent carmine. Now normally I would do the robin's head grey and this bit a bit red and then a bit brown, but we don't have a grey that we've used so far, so I'm not going to introduce a grey. I'm just going to make this bit red and sort of fade it a bit, and then grab yeah, let's use the dark brown, the walnut brown, and just use that. I'm going to use it lightly there, a bit darker on the tail and the wing. There he is, little robin. Now, where are we going? We're going down to this corner here. We have these. Now, is that a like a meringue or Hershey's Kisses? I think I'm going to do it as a meringue, because if I do it like a Hershey's Kisses, it might look like something else. This is Pink Madder Lake, which I did in another picture, and someone said something about how much they look like a poo emoji. It was quite funny, but I don't want poo emojis in this picture. There we go, and I think I'll do the other one in this sort of manganese violet. It's a bit dark, but I think it'll be okay. Doesn't really matter. It'll brighten this corner up a bit rather than just having it brown. Anyway, we do need to do that door handle. Oh, it sounds so nasal. Right, permanent carmine. I couldn't wait until my voice was fully recovered before recording, or else we'd be very behind. I wouldn't have a video for you. And I am thinking of maybe after from the 25th to the 31st, this is permanent green, I might only do one video a day to allow me to sort of have a bit of a catch up, really. But also I think you guys might be busy. Oh, look at that. Never mind. I thought I was being ever so clever. Permanent carmine again. I'll have to mix it up a bit. Mauve. I'm sure it'll work. There we go, 3 colours, just as I intended. Now, we have this roof, we haven't done yet, Should we do one colour? Should we do several? We'll do a colour that isn't in here. So we've got either manganese violet or phthalo or yellow. Let's do the manganese violet for the top bits. There we go. I do like this colour. My son hates it. It's funny. It's very similar to the Purple Lake Deep, I think, in the Castle Arts, which I like as well. So yes, I'm pretty much decided there'll only be one a day, but it depends on if I get time I can insert one. This is like phthalo green, but I think because Christmas Day is the next planner page, and that will take definitely a couple of videos to do. It's our very lovely polar bear, got a lot of sky and background to think about. I'm not going to do too much, excuse me. I am thinking that between each of these, where there's that little bit, I want to actually fill that in. And I'm going to use this walnut brown to just fill it in. I don't want it to be white because I'm going to be putting some white shine on my candies, and I think it will not quite stand out as well if there's a white bit as well. I know what I'm trying to say. Yes, so we've got the polar bear, and I'll probably do some smaller, shorter things so I can catch up, like I have been actually, apart from this page, which has been a mega page. Okay, now I'm going to do the sky next, and then do the snow last. I think that's the best idea. Now, how can we see the whole of the sky? Hang on. There we go. There's a huge chance that I'm going to get sky. I'm going to use my pastels, my Mungyo Pastels. So there's a really big chance that I'm going to get some on the snowy bits. So that's why I'm doing it now, and then I can use my pens to go over it if I need to. Now I decided that I could do brightly coloured sky, but I don't really want to take from the brightly coloured sweets. So I thought I might just do a blue sky with some snow and do it that way. So let's just move my pencils out of the way. I think I am going to come out a bit more so I can move across a bit and put my pastels in shot. If I can. Just move my pencils out of the way. Oops. So we've got our blues here. Now, we've got a very light blue. I'm going to go the next one up here. I don't want it to be really dark, but I just want it to stand out enough. So here we go. And what I should do is put a piece of paper in. See that where I put my piece of paper down, it makes a mess on the spare page. You can see it along there. It's often a lot messier than that. Where if you go like that, look, you can see it. But I didn't want that to go down the side of my book. So I want it all just blue. So it's going to be, it doesn't matter if it's not really even. But, now I'm wondering, I'm thinking about this snow, whether I might do some of it in silver and some of it in white. And I'm thinking maybe the stuff at the top here, if I do it in silver, then the silver gel will cover the blue better than a white pen might, I think. That's my sort of thought, that the sort of drippy snow could be done in silver as if it's icicles, and then this bit can look just like snow as if it's just piped. Give a bit of variety as well, which is nice. snow here is really almost impossible not to get it on the snow. Tried my best. You can use a sort of Q-tip, cotton bud, little makeup thing, you know, cotton swabs, that sort of thing, to try to get into the gaps. I find that if I do that, I get a really thick bit just where I've used one, and then it doesn't blend into the rest and it looks obvious, but maybe I need to spend a bit longer with it. I get a bit impatient and just want to get going. Yeah, I'm excited. Going to party tomorrow. Well, I've got to test negative tomorrow before I can go, because I want 2 days in a row, but I'm sure I'll be okay. And my sister's cooking us a roast dinner, like a Christmas dinner. But because she's vegan, her family are vegan, there isn't meat, but I don't eat meat, so I don't care. But my boys all do. But my boys don't care either. They're used to having meals without meat because that's what I cook for them. My husband isn't quite so. He doesn't. Again, he's not a big meat eater, but he likes his dairy. So I'm just putting my pastels away. There we go. Now, so I'm going to, I could do a glitter, I could use my Stardust to do a glitter, or I could do just a metallic, but I think a glitter is better for frost. So I'm going to grab that. I'm also going to grab a white. Oh, apparently a pencil's going to fly across the room at me. I hit it with my pen and whee! Right, so it's enough silliness. Well, maybe. So my friend asked me to show the page once I've done the pastel. There you go. She said it always gets really messy when I do it. Does yours? So, yes, there you go. It does. Now we could put some snow in the sky. I'm in two minds at the moment. I'm going to do the rest first. So here's my glitter pen, number 744. And I'm going to do all the rooftops. I don't know, I'm starting on this one. I just thought it would be easier. Now try not to lean your hand in the pastel because it'll smudge. But because it's at the top, we should be okay. Now the areas that I'm not doing with this pen, like down here, oh, you can't see, like say this bit here across here, I'm going to do with a white pen. Now it might seem a bit pointless because it's already white, but actually this paper in this book isn't white, it's cream, I think. And where I've gone over the lines, I'm going to just tidy it up. I might not do that on camera though because it might be a bit boring, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But you obviously are going to want to see what it looks like, and you want to know which bits are going to be which colour, I'm sure. Now I have other methods for doing snow to make it look like snow, not just leaving it white, and I will show you some in later videos. I've had a request for a snowy page, I think I've said this before, from a Maria Trolley book, but it's not very Christmassy, it's just snowy. So I will do it, but it'll be after Christmas. There's not much time left now anyway. And I will show you how I do snow. Now, there are lots of different ways, but I've looked back over some of the ways I sort of forgot. And then I had a look at a page I did with snow on last winter, and it was I thought it looked really good, so I'm going to show you that way of doing it. And I think there might be some videos already of me doing it that way, but it doesn't matter. This is a whole new page, so we'll do it. And you can use I used Staedtler Design Journey on the particular page that I'd looked at, and then I did some using Ergosofts, which obviously is Staedtler as well, but I'm not sure what pencils were used, but there's similar shades of colours in other sets, so it should all be fine. There we go. I've also had a request for doing a swatch chart for Black Widows. Now, I don't have all the sets of Black Widows, but I could put together a swatch chart, but I wouldn't be able to swatch it myself. It'd be a blank one, because I've only got, well, I say only, I'm missing 2 sets. So I'm very lucky I've got loads, but I couldn't swatch the ones I don't have. So I can do that. And also, I thought I might do a Black Widow and Polychromo comparison chart, something like that. I was thinking of doing this over Christmas holiday time, but once I finish my Advent, because Advent's taking me a while. I don't know if you've been following me on Instagram. I've only been doing this on Instagram, but I've been doing 2 Advent challenges. One is Johanna Basford's Small Victories Advent Challenge. So she was saying do a small victory a day through December. So I've been doing that, and I've been posting my picture up on Instagram. And then I've also been doing Rita Berman, because she sent me a postcard book. You may have seen her Africa postcard book that she sent me. And she said it was for Advent. So I've been doing one a day. I've actually did one when I did the flip through. So that one's been done, so I have to find a different one for the 24th from a different book, but that's okay. So I've been doing one a day and putting them up on Instagram, but you will see them, so don't worry if you've missed them. The postcard book, when I finish it on the 24th, I'll do a flip through of it for one of the videos between Christmas and New Year, I expect. I will definitely do a flip through, it's just when is what I'm not 100% sure of. And then the Johanna Basford ones you'll see, again, in my completed pages video, if you haven't seen them on there. But because they're stories, they disappear anyway. This is the white. I'm going to do the sort of white layer in here. Now, some people use a textured paint. Now, I've got one here, I'll show you. It's a nice pearl grey. This is a silver pearl paint, which leaves a blob, which is really nice. So it would be great for snow, but it's silver. So I want my snow to be, some of it to be white. So I'm gonna guess this bit's silver, but now the top of this roof it's this bit that needs to be white, isn't it? So that's another way of doing snow, or particularly good for this sort of icing. If it's if it blobs, it would just feel like you were icing it. So that would be quite fun. But it's Saturday today, the 17th, and I'm very excited because my favourite show, Strictly Come Dancing, it's the final. I do enjoy the final. It's a bit sad because it's the last one, and I really enjoy them. But I don't get too sad because it means Christmas is here when they finish. There's a Christmas special as well, so I shall watch that. Oh, I've missed a bit, haven't I? And so that's okay. We haven't done that bit. It needs to be done in pencil. This is why I didn't do it without you, isn't it? Because I'm discovering bits. So I'm going to grab the silver glitter pen and just do the top of here. I know this looks different, it's not dripping off, but it is down here, so we need to do that bit. And so, yes, I've got that to look forward to tonight. It's like 2 hours of dancing. Well, they don't dance for 2 hours, that'd be quite exhausting. But yeah, they'll probably be, they do 3 dances each, just 3 couples, that's 9 dances. There'll be a group dance or 2, so that'd be nice. I just like the joy of the programme. Everyone's happy, positive, you know, it's lovely. Right, I'm going to, oh no, I need to do that bit. And then I'm going to do this bit with some pencils before I move on. So let's do yellow and green because we haven't got any yet. Excuse me, it's so boring coughing all the time. I hate it. Oh, I'm sorry. confused myself. I think that might be wrong. Oh no, it's right. Hey. And then that was the light chrome yellow, and this is the permanent green. These are just the colours we've been using all the time. And of course you can mix it up if you don't like them. Do something a bit different. It's completely up to you. I just like this sort of colourful clusters. Right, back to the silver glitter for this bit. And now where are we going? I think I'm going to, I'm use glitter for this bit where it's dribbly. So it's sort of for the ice. Now here where I've gone out of the lines and covered the black line a bit, I'm really pleased with that because it shows that you can see that I've put some pen on there. And I think that's fine. You know, you might think, oh, a bit messy. But no. And something you could do with this to put a little extra touch is underneath here you could put a bit of shadow, because there will be some shadows underneath the this, because this would be icing that's sort of sticking out. So you could do that if you wanted. I just haven't really got the energy for it today still. I'm not going to do it. There's something I thought of right at the beginning that maybe I should have done it, and I just didn't. I'm feeling a lot better, so I've got more energy today. Back to white. To do this one, but it doesn't always need lots and lots of complex detailing. It doesn't always notice. Don't always notice it. I think it depends on the picture. And I'm hoping the standout from this picture will just be the bright roofs. These bits. Yeah, that's just what I'm hoping. I'm going to do these stars in the white pen. I don't know how well they're going to show up. You can see, you can't see what I'm doing. Sorry. Just going over these stars that are on this door and then over the door handles. They look like they're piped to me. And I'm doing this bit here. I did that bit over there when you couldn't see what I was doing. I'm going to do these candy cane bits first. Now you might not need to do this if yours is clean. Mine's not. I'm just covering over the sort of marks that I've made where I've coloured over it by mistake. And but I have to do them all the same. That's the one where I messed it up. Put two red ones next to each other. Right, and we need to do this little bit of dribbly stuff in the silver. The drippy icicles. That'd be fun to pipe, wouldn't it? Sort of let it make your icing a bit wet and let it sort of run. I assume that's how you do it anyway. See, another place you could put some shadow if you wanted, sort of along the edge of the buildings. This is the white. I'm going back to do this bit. Yeah, so you might want to put some shadow where the buildings overlap, so you can sort of more easily distinguish one from the other. But I'm not too worried about that either. You might want to completely cover the black line. I'm undecided as to whether I want to do that or not. Yeah, do this bit. So some of these straight lines you might want to do in a different colour. You might want to do them brown like I did the ones over here. Back to silver for this roof. I was going to do snow in the sky, but I don't think it needs it. I'm not going to bother. I'm not sure how well it would have showed up anyway, because the blue is fairly pale. But now I'm looking at it and I think that plain blue makes quite a good frame for the houses. The silver. we're nearly there with that bit. I think that's almost all the silver. I think that is all the silver. We've got this bit of white to do. Oh, it's a very noisy train going by. And my boys have finished uni now, so I don't have to worry about trains for 4 weeks. Wow, 4 weeks. It's a long old time, isn't it? But of course, they've got their work due in, so got to do work still, which is a shame. Now, what I want to do, which I should have done as I went and I didn't, is to do some shine on our sweets and candies. I'm going to just move that away and try and do it without making a mess. So, like a shine. The reason I said that is I just put my hand in it wet. Now, this way. This one's hard, I think. This one's much easier. And it just makes our sweets look like they're got shining sort of sugary shell. Shining sugary shell. There's no alliteration for you. Say that when you're drunk. There we go. I don't know how much of that you can see when I'm so zoomed out, but I can do it on this one as well. It's just pen wants to block a bit. I think the pencil gets in the nib sometimes. It just needs, sometimes it needs a little bit of a scribble on some scrap paper. I always have a bit of paper in here where I write down what pens I've used, so it's quite handy. Now, those are the big ones. I'm thinking I'm going to go back and do a little bit on each of these. Up here. A bit on those two, on these. Now, I'm not breathing. I don't know why. I think I can. Right, and those. Little dot on each of these. You could surround each one in white, which would be like there was some icing around it, but that's a bit too finicky for me today. I think it would look nice. Put some white on these two. Maybe on the top of those. Oh, that's a bit wobbly. Never mind. Bit down here on those. Door handles. I'm not going to do it on those, they're too teeny. There we go. I think we are done. Excuse me. So there we are. There is our gingerbread village. Yeah, it's quite colourful, isn't it, in the end? I don't always do lots of colour, but I think it works with the sort of plain areas and the coloured areas and the shining areas, and I should just show you the shine of the glitter. So there we go, all ready to eat. But thank you so much for watching, and thank you for bearing with me with the cough. Ugh. But yeah, I wanted to get this one done for you, and I've had a lot of fun, so thank you. And yeah, have a super day and happy colouring.